Thank you, everyone, for joining us at Beyond the Badge. I'm your host, Steve Fecto from Talent Development and Learning. I'm joined backstage by my passionate colleagues here to celebrate employees across the health system. Alyssa Jean Andrea, Ty Hampton, Jessica Rubin, Diane Adams. Our whole TDL team is here to cheer on our employees, and we thank you for continuing to come back to Beyond the Badge. This is our fifth year of this show and our fifth episode of this year. We have stories from June on the System Daily Huddle. So if you're new to Beyond the Badge, we've got a recurring audience that comes month after month. But if you're new because you're here to celebrate someone you know who's being honored today, welcome. Thank you for being here to cheer on your friend, your family member, a colleague, one of your employees. We're so excited you can join us. Be a part of this show. We have a chat that you see people are already jumping into. Set that chat to everyone and start cheering on the wonderful people whose stories we're going to share here today. If you are new, where do these stories come from? What is Beyond the Badge? Well, they're everyday stories of people who are deeply committed every day in their work, but we have examples of them in this beyond the role moment, something that was really extraordinary. And it was captured by a senior leader, and they shared it on the System Daily Huddle. We have a huddle every day around our health system, our 48,000 employee health system, where one leader has a chance to share an employee story as part of this operations huddle. They're really there to make sure we're set for a safe, high quality, and excellent day across the health system. But they'll have a pause, and one leader gets to share a story of an employee that really deeply demonstrated what it means to be a Mount Sinai employee, someone who lives our mission, our We Find a Way brand promise, our values that we commit to every day. And they so proudly shared story during their turn on the huddle. We've collected those thanks to our partners who lead that huddle, Rebecca Anderson, Joseph Mary, Swati Garg, Hillary Polly. They lead these huddles. They collect all the stories. They send them our way, and we get to present them to you on Beyond the Badge. So thank you for being here to hear these stories. We're so excited to share them with you today. Now, our regular audience, the ones I said come month after month after month to hear these stories, is our leadership audience. They attend the huddles every single day. They are leaders around our health system, and they love this monthly dose of inspiration they get from hearing from the people they serve as leaders at Mount Sinai, the people who make Mount Sinai a special community and a special place. And I love to start. There's so many of them out there in our audience, but I love to start by having a couple of them kick us off. And I'm going to go first to the person who kicked off the very first episode back in 2022, Jane McSood. She's my passionate leader here in Mount Sinai's Human Resources Department. She's our Senior Vice President and Chief Human Resources Officer, attends all of these Beyond the Badge episodes, and is part of the heart behind creating moments like this for our employees. Jane, I'd love to turn it to you to say hello and welcome our audience today.
Steve, thank you so much. And as always, it is a privilege to be here. This is one of my very favorite Mount Sinai events. And I am proud to share that TDL and friends have been running this program since 2022, recognizing Mount Sinai faculty and staff for the compassion and caring that you provide to our patients and each other. And the key piece here is that that compassion and caring is often delivered in what I call the quiet moments, in the moments that are not in the spotlight, the moments behind the scenes, that extra step you take to provide care and comfort to someone who's anxious, who's afraid, who's having a hard day. That is what distinguishes Mount Sinai from every other healthcare institution on the planet. It's you. It's every time you take a step to anticipate someone's needs, to see their discomfort, to ease that discomfort, to make a difference in their experience. This entire program is designed for you to let you know that even though you're doing work from your heart, we see that work. We capture what that means. We knit it together to share with each other who we are as individuals and as the Mount Sinai community, and to celebrate the difference that you make every day of every year. It is what makes us the special group we are. It is what makes Mount Sinai special. And I want you to know that so far, more than 10,300 of you have participated in these events over the last 5 years. I want you to show there's strength in numbers. People are here. We're committed to you. We're committed to each other. And I could not be more proud to be kicking off today's event. Steve? Back
Thank
to you.
you. Thank you so much, Shane. Absolutely love it. You nailed it. These are not general recognitions of all-star employees, which you all are. The people we're going to hear from are here because they are everyday excellent. But what this show is about is what you said, moments. It's this collection of real life moments where someone made a real impact and a real difference. And hearing this collection of moments is truly helpful for me to see every month of what it means to be a Mount Sinai employee. I'm inspired by it, and I know our audience out there will be inspired as well. Somebody else I'd love to bring on is someone in our ambulatory leadership community who used to actually be a member of our Beyond the Badge presenting team. These episodes are presented by people who are committed to employee experience and patient experience across our health system. So the ones reading the stories are those folks, and you've always been one of those people deeply committed to the employee experience. Now in your role as VP of Administration and Ambulatory Care and VP of Operations in Chelsea, I know there's so many of the stories here that you're going to be proud to see and celebrate. I'd love to give you a chance to say hello and welcome our audience.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for having me, and Jane and team for just putting together this program. I love attending Beyond the Badge, and it's just an incredible opportunity to celebrate our teams and across ambulatory and the entire health system and recognize the incredible work you do every day. The patient and employee experience is one of the top priorities in ambulatory care, and creating the patient experience just starts with engaged teams. When we feel seen, valued, and recognized, it really just positively impacts the experience we provide to our patients, families, and one another. And every single person plays an important role in that experience, whether you're answering phones, welcoming patients, providing clinical care, working behind the scenes. It really truly takes every single one of us to create the best possible experience. And in ambulatory care specifically, we really work to make recognition a part of our culture through daily huddles, commitment to caring star raffles, recognition broadcasts, and Beyond the Badge. So we really want to thank TDNL and the patient experience departments for leading this work across the health system. It's just incredible what you do, and we learn so much from you every day. I have been a Sinai employee and patient for more than 16 years. I've been grateful to know Steve for that entire time. And I'm just very grateful, not only as a colleague to work here, but really as a patient as well, who's gotten incredible care from the care teams and folks within our practices and hospital settings. So I just really look forward to hearing these stories. I've been impacted by these stories myself, and just celebrating the many ways you all bring our values to life for our patients and each other and myself. So thank you. I'll hand it back to you, Steve.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And appreciate your words. And I appreciate leaders like you and all of the others out there who are committed to taking what happens at Beyond the Badge and other recognition efforts and spreading it to your teams, the teams that report up to you, and making recognition not just these events, but a part of the entire culture of Mount Sinai, and finding those other opportunities to celebrate. You're going to be ready for some great stories, so enjoy, sit back, backstage, and enjoy these stories. And again, everyone out in our audience, be a part of it. Get in that chat and cheer for folks as we're going. Now, I'm going to jump into our stories. Some of these start with patient letters. Then we go on to some stories of excellence of people who've, in these one-time moments of remarkable impact. Then we do some peer-to-peer colleague ones as well. And then we end with some spotlight, highlighting some specific work that's happening around our system or people in specific roles. We do bounce around from our program. Get into our resources tab there. We've got a program. My team's dropping it in the chat. We are an active health system. So we have nurses and doctors and teams who are with patients as we speak. So sometimes we jump around in the order. For example, our first colleague, Mason, is not here just yet, probably with some patients. So we're going to go on to our next story. So just stick with me as we go. We're going to get to everybody as they arrive. We do have a great set of patient stories. And the first few, we'll hear Mason's in a bit, but the first few here are all from family members. It was actually specifically the children of patients. And I found it remarkable to see 3 of them from family members, from children of patients, right in a row that were shared, and I put them together here at the start of our episode. And I want you as an audience to listen for the similarities you're going to hear in these stories, because it is truly remarkable. I heard the same exact language that gives us insight into what matters most to these families. So we're going to hold Masons for just now. They'll be here soon. Cornelius, that means you're up first. We got to talk with Cornelius a lot backstage beforehand. We're going to go to Mount Sinai Morningside. Cornelius Sublet is here, and Spencer Booten is going to read our Morningside story. Hey, guys.
Hi, how's it going?
Excellent. All right, Spencer, we jumped one, so we're ready for you first. Ready?
All right. Congratulations, Cornelius. Pleasure to meet you. So here is what we have here. A family member writes, I would like to express my deepest gratitude to Cornelius Sublet, the nurse caring for my father in the ICU. He is incredibly attentive, compassionate, professional, and patient. He frequently checked on my father, carefully monitored his condition, and always took the time to explain medications, treatments, and what they were for. His clear communication and reassuring presence gave our family tremendous comfort during a very stressful time. What impressed us most was his kindness and dedication. No matter how many questions we asked, Cornelius never seemed rushed or bothered. He always answered with patience, respect, and genuine concern, making us feel cared for every step of the way. His outstanding nursing skills, attention to detail, compassion, and dedication made a tremendous difference during one of the most difficult times for our family. Thank you, Corey. You are truly an exceptional nurse, and our family will never forget your kindness and care. Corey, what stands out to you
Yeah, I'll take
during
this part, Spencer. So that's a wonderful patient letter. And Cornelius, what I wanted to ask you, when you hear a letter like that from a patient family that you so deeply cared for through a really difficult time in their lives, as you hear their words of gratitude, what would you say are some of the details that mean the most to you that and how they experienced your exceptional nursing care?
What I how I'm interpreting it is seeing my intentions and how it reflects in other people and how they're like understanding. Personally, I believe that nursing is hard
Mhm.
already, and it's harder when you love it. And not saying that I don't know is never an acceptable like answer for a nurse. So you should always know the answer, and or you should always know where to find the answer in order to uh, give confidence to the patients that you're taking care of. And I personally never mind taking the time to just sit back and answer. It doesn't matter, an hour longer questions. I mean, we have to do hourly rounding anyway.
Right.
So yeah, I nursing is hard, but I love doing it.
I gotta remember that phrase, and I just love it. It's harder when you love it.
Yeah.
When you want you choose every moment to go beyond the badge, to give your everything that you have into something. It makes it harder because it's worth it to you. I just love that phrase. Cornelius, thank you so much. A great way to kick this off. I hope you cherish these patient letters. I'm sure you get others that come in from grateful patients, from family members. Truly remarkable. And now I got to embarrass you a bit because your leader also shared that you're an aspiring songwriter and producer, and artist. And my team backstage, Ty, Alyssa, and I were listening, and we were blown away at the production value and the quality of your music. Wow. Stick around. He goes by the artist name Corey, Korey, right, Corey?
Yeah.
Cornelius?
Yes, I'll put some stuff in the chat.
Put it in the chat and special treat. Everyone stick around to the end. We're ditching our usual song that we play at the end, and we're going to play a song, Small Town by Cornelius Sublet, Corey, at the end of this episode. So thank you so much. We're looking forward to that, and thanks for being a great start to our episode. All right, thank you. I did get word that Mason is here as well, so we're going to go back that one. We've got Mason Soto ready to come on screen. So Andres will bring you up. This is a Mount Sinai West story. Again, another child of a patient wrote this story. So welcome, Mason. Welcome, Andres. Let's go for it.
Thank you so much, Steve, and congratulations, Mason. A patient's family member wrote, quote, I'd like to express my deepest gratitude and appreciation for one of your nurses, Mason Soto, who provided exceptional care to my father during his final days. From the moment we arrived, Mason cared for my father with dignity, patience, and genuine concern. They not only attended to his medical needs with great skill, but also treated him with warmth and respect, which brought our family great comfort during such a painful time. What meant just as much was the way Mason cared for our entire family. They took the time to explain things clearly, answered our questions with patience, and offered reassurance when we felt overwhelmed. Mason's compassion extended beyond their duties, and they made us feel supported and cared for every step of the way. Please know how much Mason's care truly meant to us. In one of the hardest moments of our lives, their kindness and dedication gave us peace and comfort that we will never forget.
Wonderful. Thank you. And Mason, your care of this patient was matched by your exceptional care for the family. And I would love to hear from you on, how do you care for patient families in a way that's clearly making such a powerful and emotional difference in their experience at Mount Sinai?
Similar to what Corey was saying, it's just having the patience and the grace to communicate with the family, and especially in a patient is an end of life. There's a lot of things that people are unfamiliar with. It can be very uncomfortable and scary. So using the resources that we have here at Mount Sinai West, and my knowledge and compassion, I just being taking the time and really understanding that I have personally never had a parent pass away. So I don't know what that feels like, but I can't even imagine what folks are going through. So being able to stand with them, provide them comfort, to help support their family member transition peacefully is one of the most important parts of my job.
Wow, what a difficult and challenging, but such an important part of that family's experience together. And we heard it from both letters that said in the hardest moments of our lives. And that's what led them to write these letters, to recognize you were a part of this very hard moment and meant so much to them in that moment to give them that support. It's a truly remarkable moment. I'm sure, again, just like Cornelius, that you must get so many letters from families and patients, and I hope you cherish them all and cherish this one and have it as a refreshing reminder of the impact you have every day as a nurse.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you so much, Mason. Great work across the jitney from Morningside to West. Great work happening with our nursing teams there. I've already highlighted one element that was the same in both letters. Let me know in the chat if you're hearing other themes come up that is the same in both of those so far and in this next one. Now, I don't know if Santino, if we got your audio or video working, but we have Santino Garcia and Julio Marcello Abril Vasquez. We're going to hopefully bring them on. There we go. Here's Santino. And this is a story from Mount Sinai, Queens. So if we have Jessica Lee, you can come on up and read this story. All right, we got you. There we go.
Hi, I'm had the honor of sharing this story for Santino Garcia and Julio Vasquez, and this is a letter from a patient's family. So they wrote, I'd like to express my sincere appreciation for the outstanding care and compassion shown by Santino Garcia, who has been assisting my family after my mother's fall, and Julio Vasquez, who was also excellent in assisting us through the process of finding the right doctor to see my mother. In what can be a stressful and emotional experience for any family, Santino has consistently gone above and beyond expectations. Their professionalism, attentiveness, and genuine kindness have made a meaningful difference in my mother's care and comfort, as well as in our family's peace of mind. Whether it was taking extra time to explain things clearly, responding promptly to concerns, or simply offering reassurance during difficult moments, Santino has demonstrated a level of dedication that truly stands out. It is clear they take great pride in their work and embody the highest standard of patient care. Individuals like Santino and Julio are a tremendous asset to your organization and a reflection of the quality of care your hospital provides. Great work.
Yeah, thank you so much. And we get to see you dip in and out from the background. As level as you can get with each other will help you both come through, or just keep popping in and out. But it's great to see both of you here representing Mount Sinai, Queens. To both of you, this family says it's clear that you take great pride in your work and that you embody the highest standards of patient care. That's straight from the letter. And I'm wondering if you can share a little bit about how you describe that high standard of patient care that you are proud to provide for your patients and their families.
Yes, of course. First, I just want to know, can you hear me?
Yeah, a little bit of an echo, but we hear you. Go
Okay.
Push right through it.
Okay. So firstly, I'd just like to thank everybody in attendance today for allowing Julio and I to participate in today's Beyond the Badge event. I'd say my standard of patient care is something constantly evolving and improving. Mm-hmm. It's deeply rooted in is an amalgamation of the values that Mount Sinai promotes. My goal is to deliver the best possible outcomes for my patients. But with that said, regardless of outcome, whether I succeed or fail in my endeavors, I found that patients appreciate simple qualities such as transparency, accountability, and effort. So all of my interactions are built on good faith. And it's what enables me to establish these profoundly meaningful and long-standing relationships with people.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Thank you so much. I see some shout outs in the chat. They're not surprised to see you here, knowing the exceptional high standard that you provide. Julio, you want to give us a shout out too? If we can see you.
Hello, how are you doing?
Good, good.
Well, first of all, like Santino said, I want to thank everybody for being here. And I would just like to add, I just love helping my patients. When I came to Sinai, everybody treated me nice.
Mhm.
I've seen the way the other inmates treat the patients as well. I've always wanted to come and help the patients. When I think of patients, I think about family because I would like my family to be treated the same way I treat my patients, and I feel like very compassion for my patients as well.
Love it. Thank you so much, Julio. Thank you, Santino. I'm so glad you're chose Mount Sinai and you're doing that excellent work here to care for others. Julio. Yeah, I hear some cheers in the background. There must be a crowd behind you, too, I hope. Cheering you on. That's wonderful. Thank you so much, everybody. Thanks for cheering on these guys. All right. Thank you, Jessica. Yeah, give us a wave. We've got a few. No, so I'm going to highlight some of the things that I heard from these stories. All three letters, learning point from family members, what matters to them. The word genuine was used for all three of these stories. Genuine. These are people who are real. And being their genuine selves with these families really mattered. It was about being patient. There was a lot of themes around clarity in their explanations and taking the time with them. There was comfort. There was reassurance themes in there. Shout out others that you noticed in the chat, but these are insights from our families about what matters. And it was unanimous across all three of these stories. Now I'm gonna hold off to see if I've got our next team here. We have a Mount Sinai South Nassau story. I'm going to wait for a heads up to see if I've got Dr. Smirlis is with a patient. Might not be back from a case just yet. So I'm going to hold just for now until I get an alert that we can go back to that one. So let's go to the network practices. We've got Rebecca Asmussen has a story for Lori Bjorkman from the network. So let's go there first.
Okay, sounds good. Hi, Steve. Hi, everyone.
Hi, Rebecca.
Leadership from Mount Sinai Doctors Staten Island stated, during this week's review of our Press Ganey report, several patient comments stood out, specifically recognizing medical assistant Lori Bjorkman's outstanding work at 1441 Staten Island Cardiology, including this one. Lori is the most knowledgeable about all facets of running the office. She took care of the EKG and all the details following the visit with the doctor. Lori, thank you for your exceptional dedication, hard work, and unwavering commitment to providing high-quality patient care. Your contributions are truly appreciated.
Yeah, and those are the words from Brian Goldstein, who was the first one in the chat to scream, "Go, Lori." So proud to share this. Now, this is one of those moments. This was one comment that they said is from a collection of patient comments they're always receiving for you. So I want to point that out. There's many of these, and they grabbed this one as a chance to say thank you to Lori. As you get a chance to see and kind of hear this regular positive patient feedback, I'm wondering, Lori, if there's a focus that you've noticed, what patients really seem to appreciate the most of their experience with you.
I guess most of the time they just want to be heard.
Mm-hmm.
They just need compassion when they come in. They're scared. And it's like I get a lot of personal connection with all these patients.
Yeah, wonderful. So the primary thing is not to be what you're sharing with them, but what you're taking in from them, that empathy. Definitely. And hearing them and creating that space and that patience, which is a theme we heard in the family letters as well, that patience to sit there and answer questions and let them be emotional and hear that. Yeah. Well, wonderful. Thank you so much, Lori. Continue to receive those incredible comments from patients, and I hope you cherish each and every one of them as an insight into what really matters for our patients and families. All right. Thank you so much, Lori, and thank you, Rebecca. Yeah, keep those shout outs going in the chat. Again, we're going to come back to stories as people are coming in and out with their work with patients. I'm going to transition to stories of excellence in a moment, but I do want to point out we've been sharing a digital program that we have that has some photos, some of the quotes from the stories, and the order we're going in. And at the end of that document, there's some stories in writing. We have a few folks, every episode, we have a few who just can't get away from their work or are out on PTO and they couldn't be here today. So you'll see 3 stories in writing. One of them is a patient letter one. You'll see one for Danelle Lord. It's a patient encounter associate at Chelsea who is praised for their patience, again, knowledge, diligence, and professionalism in helping someone navigate a health insurance concern. When we wrap up here today, get into that program, read that one, and I'll shout out a couple others that you'll see in stories in writing a little later on. Okay, so I'm going to go into our stories of excellence section next. These are these one-time moments that wanted to really showcase this excellent moment that wanted to be captured and shared. And this is a great one between 2 locations, Mount Sinai Brooklyn and Mount Sinai Morningside. We have Karen Grant from Brooklyn, Erica Saldana from Morningside. This was highlighted by supply chain leadership. Since it started at Brooklyn, I'm going to have Katrina Bravo come on up to share this story. She's representing Brooklyn here today. Okay, let's bring on up Erica and Karen and Katrina.
Congratulations to everyone recognized today. Announcing for Mount Sinai Brooklyn, who recently had a visit from the DOH to review Track Score, which is the tissue and bone tracking system used across the health system. Upon completion of their survey, Karen Grant, who is the Mount Sinai Brooklyn OR Materials Manager, reached out to her counterpart, Erica Saldana, at Mount Sinai Morningside to share the findings of the DOH visit. This allowed Morningside to quickly make any necessary adjustments, corrections, and improvements for their subsequent survey. Both Karen and Erica worked together to help improve the process by leaning on each other's expertise. 1 week later, Morningside was visited by a surveyor who was greatly impressed by the site's maintenance of the track score system. Karen and Erica's We Find a Way spirit, teamwork, creativity, and agility show that we are better together. We thank them for all that they do. Thank you both.
Oh, thank you so much, Katrina. And if you recognize Karen, it's because she's been here before for an individual story, and now here's her great work partnering with Erica in this special moment. Now, they've both alerted me, not so much for the onstage like I am. They're more like supply chain is backstage, ensuring everyone who's across our health system has the supplies they need to do excellent work for our patients and take care of people safely. So thank you for that work and effort. But we're dragging you up on screen here today. Thank you for being here. And I'd just love to share, because this is such a great moment that shows the important teamwork across sites. And I'd love to hear just, what that team feels like to you. That you obviously both have deep pride in your work. What does it feel like to be this partnership across facilities that you want to ensure everybody's success, not just the success at your sites?
It's basically teamwork and me and Erica working together, whether it was just me and Erica or just system-wide in materials. And what was great about this DOH visit was we got a heads up that they were actually going over to Morningside. So I was able to alert Erica to notify her of what they're actually looking for, the findings, and if she needs to correct any improvements. So based off of that, they had a great survey from DOH, I must say. And like I said, again, it's teamwork.
Yeah. And these are the real life examples that when we just say teamwork is a value at Mount Sinai, well, what does that mean? What does that look like? This is a moment of what that looks like. You thought of a colleague, said, I can offer some support. I've just been through this. I can offer something to support a colleague, even in another facility. That's a great example of that teamwork.
I appreciate and I'm grateful for the recognition. I'm actually grateful for Karen to reaching out to me and giving me the heads up on what their findings were and what we can do to fix our processes and to improve it so that we can have a great outcome on our visit. So teamwork makes the dream work, basically.
Also, thank you so much for having that great relationship and for creating this network of colleagues that support each other so well. It makes a difference. You had great surveys. Right, great responses, great work, and I just wanted to say thank you to you both.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Thank you for letting us share your story.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Okay, thank you. We're going to go on to another group. Now we've got a trio, and we're not sure who was able to make it here for this. We may have Ariadna Perez, Mary Luz Picardo, Ashley Figueroa. They're all part of this pediatric ambulatory care team story. So I'm going to go to Kim DeLeon, who's from Mount Sinai Hospital, does patient experience at MSH. This is an ambulatory story. Oh, do we have a couple of you here? Excellent. So welcome, and Kim, let's take this very wonderful story on this trio.
Thank you, Steve. This trio was applauded for doing an amazing job recognizing a baby in distress. When Mary Luz Pichardo noticed that the baby had a low O2 saturation, she immediately escalated the concern to the provider. What was especially impressive was that she not only escalated appropriately, but also placed the baby on continuous monitoring. RN Ariana Perez acted quickly by escalating to the manager and alerting the front desk, who immediately called a code. Charge nurse Ashley Figueroa jumped in right away, breaking the cart and initiating oxygen support. Because of the fast actions, teamwork, and clinical judgment demonstrated by this incredible nursing team, the baby was stabilized, transferred to the ED, and admitted to the PICU. Thank you all for the outstanding care, teamwork, and dedication you show our patients every day. Your quick thinking truly made a difference. Congratulations.
Yeah. Thank you, thank you. So come off mute. I want to know who's here from our trio.
Thank you. Thank you. It's Ashley and Ariana here.
Ashley and Ariana. You're Ashley?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Ashley and Ariana, thank you so much. Wonderful story. And since this was a team recognition, who can share a bit about how your efficiency and fast response is thanks to the way you seamlessly work together, how that teamwork mattered, the relationships you have mattered to help you in this moment? What detail may stand out in how you work together that you feel is critical in this response?
I feel like the teamwork that we have here in pediatrics was amazing, and it definitely showed that day. I was able to get our nurse manager, Lisa, involved, and Ashley, the charge nurse, helped me right away. And of course, the skills of our medical assistant, Mary Luz. So it was just amazing to see how we all came together that day.
Thank you. Well, wonderful. Thank you for speaking on behalf of the group. Please let Mary Luz know that we appreciate and value her as well. We'll get the video recording for her, but it's a really wonderful story. Again, an example of what real life teamwork looks like in our day. And it helped save, saves lives like it does for our youngest patients.
Yes, thank you so much.
Thank you so much. All right, Kim, we're going to stick with you as we transition into our next section. We have Dr. Janet Szabo from Radiology Leadership, recognized Dr. Szabo. She's from Mount Sinai Hospital, and they shared this story. So let's bring up Dr. Szabo. And just to point out, this moves into our appreciation by colleagues section. So this next set of stories are peers who reached out and wrote star messages or other messages to recognize a colleague. So we'll start it off here, Kim.
Awesome. In the Department of Diagnostic, Molecular, and Interventional Radiology, Dr. Janet Szabo is the physician that the other physicians rely on. Known for her unwavering "we find a way" attitude, Dr. Szabo stays late to do add-on procedures, read cases in between procedures, and take on the most difficult of biopsies, all with a smile. She is deeply dedicated to her patients at the Dubin Breast Center and looks to improve breast imaging quality throughout the health system. Dr. Szabo recently received this star recognition highlighting her teamwork and creativity. On a day when the department was significantly short-staffed, she stepped in with calm leadership and kept patient care running smoothly. Her steady presence helped the team manage a challenging day with confidence. Please join us in expressing our sincere appreciation and congratulations to Dr. Janet Szabo for her excellence in service.
Yeah, thank you, Kim. And this star highlighted, Dr. Szabo, your leadership presence. And I love the line of how they recognize you as the physician other physicians rely on. What a cool way to be seen by your physician peers. How do you balance your deep commitment to excellent patient care with what seems to be an equal commitment to supporting other physicians, your colleagues and peers?
So I've always believed that one of the greatest privileges in life is to take enjoyment and satisfaction out of what you do every day. And that is really the situation that I have here in the Dubin Center. It's facilitated by working with a group of people who come every day committed to doing their best for all of our patients. And it starts, really with our administrative and scheduling team, who are often the first interface that our patients have. the mammography and ultrasound technologists who work diligently to give us quality images so we can be accurate in our diagnosis. And then I have enormous respect for my radiology, breast surgery, and oncology colleagues who are not only extremely accomplished, but demonstrate enormous compassion for the patients.
Thank you. Thank you so much for passing it on, to recognizing that even when someone receives a star from a colleague, that you know that your excellent work is always thanks to each other, and recognizing others on the team. And that's what's so nice about sending a star. You usually end up passing it on to somebody else and realizing there's others to thank. It's an incredible work you do in Dubin. It's a wonderful, such a proud part of the Mount Sinai community to have the Dubin Breast Health Center, and to get to highlight you and you to highlight the rest of the team is so nice to do for our audience here today. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right. And thank you, Kim. I think we're back to you a little later on, but right now we're going to go to the FPA Access Center. Sadiqa Horn has a story for Karen Acevedo. Now, this is like the closing the chapter on her Access Center career. We actually have Karen is excited to move into a new role at Union Square, but this story was shared right before this transition. So we get one more chance to celebrate your work in the Access Center, and I'll have Sadiqa share that story.
Hi, good afternoon, Steve, and congratulations to all the honorees today. I'm very proud to recognize Karen Acevedo, who is here in our pulmonary team within the FPA Access Center. An administrative manager in the Access Center shared the star recognition for Karen Acevedo. I'd like to recognize Karen for her meaningful contributions during the Genesis and Epic integration. During this integration, Karen played a key role in identifying workflows that needed to be streamlined and asked strong, thoughtful questions that help us all refine our processes. She also stepped up to support the team throughout the transition. That level of engagement and ownership truly makes a difference. We appreciate you, Karen.
Thank you, Sadiq. And I'm sure you're sad to see Karen, but I'm sure at the same time, you're excited to see her get this opportunity to grow here at Mount Sinai. Nothing makes me more excited than to see people find their next opportunity right here at Mount Sinai Health System. So Karen, congrats on the new role in the Phillips Neurovascular Lab at Union Square. And I love it. It talked about your level of engagement and ownership that makes a difference. And I'm wondering how you take that same ownership and sense of support and your experiences from the Access Center and how that's coming to help you be successful in your new role.
Wow. I have a little spiel here. I was typing it out
Yeah,
this morning.
yeah.
I'm bringing the same sense of ownership and support by making sure I'm dependable, organized, and focused on the patient experience. In the Access Center, I learned how important communication, teamwork, and attention to detail are, especially when working in a high volume environment. I also enjoy supporting my team and helping train others. I'm super excited to bring those skills into my vascular team now. And of course, continue learning and be someone my team can rely on.
Well, we're thrilled to see you take on this new challenge, and it sounds like things are going well and you're loving it. Yeah.
Yes, I am.
Excellent. Well, I know you took so much of your experience in the Access Center and what you were a star in your role there, and Sadiqa knows it, and you can see the pride she has to see you move on, and knowing that you've got the talent to be successful wherever you go. So best of luck to you, Karen, in the new role, and thank you for making such a difference for our patients and colleagues.
Thank you so much.
All right, thank you. We're going to keep going on this appreciation from colleagues section. Why don't I call Andres Moreira back? We've got a Mount Sinai West story, this time ambulatory leadership at Mount Sinai West. Shared a story for Vianelli Valdez.
Thank you, Steve. A provider wrote this message of appreciation for Vianelli Valdez, an off-site medical office specialist in the Department of Medicine and Sonia Primary Care at Mount Sinai West. Vianelli is a gem to work with. My patients always have the best things to say about her. They describe her as warm, a compassionate person who always brings a personal touch to her work. She never shies away from hard work, especially when our schedule can be stacked. She always brings a positive attitude to the office, even when I'm running behind. Whenever I have something to ask of her, she always finds a way to accommodate. I could not ask for a better medical assistant. She is a great team player, supports all others in the office, and adds much needed joy and warmth to our everyday lives. Thank you so much, Vianelli, for your continued dedication, teamwork, and the positive energy you bring to the practice each and every day. We're so grateful to have you on our Mount Sinai West ambulatory team.
I love the smile, and it sounds like there's a crowd around you ready to cheer you. We can't see them up behind the virtual background, and there's many more in the chat just lighting it up for their joy at celebrating you. So I'd love to hear from you. You know, this provider comments on what makes you an exceptional medical assistant and colleague. How would you describe it yourself? What is the personal approach you commit to in your work with patients and in supporting colleagues?
Well, the way I see it is just every patient that comes into the office is someone's parent, someone's brother. And the way I see it is that I treat them as the way that I would love to for my family to be treated when they come to the hospital. At the end of the day, not all the time that they come here is for a happy reason, just for annual physical is sometimes something that actual happening to them. So I try to be as accommodating as I can. Regarding my coworkers, is a dream team. I mean, they're all here with me in the lunchroom, cheering up. So as cliche as it sounds,
I wish I could see what they're doing for you backstage.
No, they're amazing. So it's a pleasure working with them too.
Oh, I love it. They obviously have so much love for you. It's very evident that they appreciate and value you every day. And I'm glad we got to share this moment and this one appreciation from a colleague. And clearly they just appreciate you and just you mean the world to them. So thank you to everybody out there listening. Thank you for being so supportive of your colleagues and celebrating them with such joy. All right, thank you, and thank you, Andres, as well. We have one more story in writing from a colleague, and these are star recognitions, many of them. You can write a star for a colleague. Maybe this inspires you if you're an employee and you want to hop into the star platform. I've got the link in our resources. You can do that. But we had one more for Senior Director of Planning and Design, Stephanie Dominguez. Stephanie couldn't be here, but she had a pair of physicians reached out to thank her for two different projects, planning and design facility projects across Mount Sinai Hospital. So shout out to Stephanie. There's a write-up about that work she's been doing with them in the program. And we're going to move into our final section. I got 5 more stories in our spotlight section. These are highlighting overall work performance or maybe a specific project or a program that we wanted to highlight or shine the spotlight on. There's one that's a story in writing. Harleen just saw is in the program. Hers is a pharmacy story. Pharmacy leadership spotlighted the value of consistently reviewing allergies and medication history before TNK administration. You can read more about that in our program. Check that one out. But as we go into our final 5 here, we have Ruby Abreu from Mount Sinai Morningside Ambulatory Leadership recognized Ruby. So let's bring Ruby up. Hey, Ruby. And Spencer, come on back for this Morningside story.
Hi, Ruby. How's it going today?
Hi, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes,
we can.
okay.
From day-to-day operations to patient interactions, Senior Medical Secretary Ruby Abreu plays a key role in creating a welcoming experience for everyone who walks through the Frederick Douglass primary care practice. Ruby is known for her consistently positive demeanor, strong sense of professionalism, and reliability in a fast-paced environment. She approaches her responsibilities with care and attentiveness, ensuring that patients feel supported and staff feel assisted. One patient shared, Ruby is welcoming, attentive, answers every question, and goes out of her way to make sure I have a great experience. This comment highlights the thoughtful and patient-centered approach she brings to every interaction, ensuring that patients feel heard, guided, and well cared for throughout their visit. Thank you, Ruby, for your continued dedication and the positive presence you bring to the practice. Your commitment strengthens the entire team.
Yeah, wonderful. Thank you, Spencer. And Ruby, your leadership stated that you bring, I'm going to go right to the end there, that thoughtful and patient-centered approach to every interaction. And I'd love to hear how you view a patient-centered approach and being thoughtful in every interaction. What does that look like in the way you practice this experience for your patients?
Well, I would say I will owe my success here to my colleagues, my managers, everyone here. Like I just love being here and working here, and it just makes my experience here very easy. Like everyone makes my job easy here. Yes.
Well, thank you, Ruby. That is our theme of the day. This teamwork, coming of supporting each other, but just having care to each other. That people having joy working with the people that they work with is what does make Mount Sinai a special place in so many of the departments that we see across the system. So I'm so glad to hear that you pass that love right back. They're loving you. This is why it's in this section. Your patients are loving you, and you giving that love right back is so beautiful to see.
Thank you.
Well, continue to make such an incredible difference for our patients and for your colleagues on your team out there.
Thank you so much.
Okay, thanks, Ruby. Have a wonderful day, and thank you, Spencer. Okay, next up, I have a story from the Behavioral Health Center. So Christine Pescator is going to come on up and read this one at our wonderful Mount Sinai Behavioral Health Center. This is a story for Fabian Ibanez Caceres. There we go, Fabian. And take it away, Christine.
Good morning, everyone, and congratulations to all today's recipients. Partial hospitalization and intensive outpatient program assistant Fabian Ibanez Caceres is a natural leader whose supportive, respectful, and caring presence brings people together and helps ideas come to life. He played an instrumental role in organizing our first annual Behavioral Health Center Community Fair in June, an enormous undertaking, recruiting and inspiring colleagues, guiding table design, and maintaining clear, steady communication throughout the process. Fabian is also a vital member of the BHC Staff Engagement Committee. He is a gifted communicator with a remarkable ability to bring people together, fostering collaboration and a strong sense of community among staff. Fabian leads with grace, professionalism, and a genuine respect for others. His positive energy, dedication, inclusive approach, and strong communication skills have made a lasting impact on our patient care, staff engagement, and the spirit of collaboration that strengthens our community.
Yeah, as someone deeply committed to employee engagement, I love to see that it's a part of who you are and what you bring to the team at the Behavioral Health Center, especially early in its life, to be committed to the engagement of what is it like to work in this wonderful behavioral health center we have downtown. So Fabian, I'm wondering if you can share a bit about the work you did on the community fair or maybe on the engagement committee that highlights what your leadership describes in you as this spirit of collaboration that strengthens our community. What does that spirit look like of how you want to work with others and engage others in that community down there?
Thank you, Steve. So one thing I learned about leadership is that it's not about being the hero. It's about creating the opportunity for others to succeed. And I had that experience during the community fair. I was fortunate enough to work with incredible talented people. And my role was simply to bring them together and make sure that they had the support and resources to put their ideas into action. And I was lucky enough because that's exactly what they did for me here at the Behavioral Health Center. They trusted me and they encouraged me to take the lead on this initiative. And for that, I'm incredibly grateful.
Wonderful. So you've got that experience from them and then wanted to provide that experience right back for your peers. That's so beautifully said. And they rightfully trusted you to take on this role. They're so proud of what you accomplished. And more than that, how you led this group to want to come together and do this work. So I'm glad that you had a successful fair, but I'm glad you continue to be in employee engagement work down there on that committee. Keep up the great work with that team. Wonderful. Thank you so much to Fabian and thank you, Christine. All right, stay with us here. I'm just going to check in. We don't have Dr. Smirlis yet. If we do, we'll get a shout out at the end if Dr. Smirlis is still in that procedure and isn't able to get here. We've got 3 more great stories of folks who are here. And the next is for Marley Pina. We're going to Mount Sinai Hospital faculty practice. So Amy Nelson's going to share this story for Marley. Hi, Marley. Okay, excellent. Amy,
Hi,
take
how
it
are
away.
you? Hi, thank you, Steve. Primary Care Program Coordinator Marley Pina is known for her reliability, adaptability, and dedication to the success of the practice. During a recent period of significant operational and organizational change, Marley was a steady and dependable resource whose organization, attention to detail, and proactive communication helped the team successfully navigate evolving processes and priorities. Marley is also committed to enhancing the patient experience. She regularly assists with resolving patient concerns, helps de-escalate issues, and works collaboratively with staff to identify practical solutions. In addition, Marley consistently identifies opportunities for process improvement, raises operational concerns proactively, and works collaboratively to develop solutions that strengthen practice workflows. Thank you, Marley, for being a trusted resource for colleagues, an advocate for patients, and a valued member of the primary care team.
Yeah, thank you so much, Amy. And Marley, if I saw it right in this write-up, that this was followed just a recent opportunity to become the lead for the practice coordinator team. So congratulations on taking on that new
Thank you.
responsibility. And I'm wondering how you've approached this new lead role with a balance described within this story, this commitment to an excellent patient experience and as a resource to support the colleagues who work there. How do you balance those two?
Well, so transitioning into my new role, I've my main goal has always been to support not only our patients, but also my team. I feel like the staff, if they feel supported, it'll provide a better experience for our patients. So I try to always lead by example by trying to help with problem solving, answering questions, and stepping in, especially since I'm in the front, whenever my team needs it. At the same time, I keep the patient experience at the center by ensuring that the patient feels welcomed, heard, and cared for, whether it's anything as little as helping them with a PCP change or as big as helping them adjust to a new provider. So to me, leadership means being approachable, dependable, and supportive of not only patients, but also definitely my team.
Yeah, recognizing what that purpose is and who we're here to serve and our patients, but to do the best for them as you as a leader to provide the support that allow everyone to be as efficient and excellent as possible in that mission, in that purpose.
Yes, and I think my manager specifically who showed me the ropes.
Well, you're hitting the ground running. You're doing great work there
Thank
already.
you.
We're glad we got to spotlight this story and wish you the best as you continue on in this role here at Mount Sinai. Thank you.
Thank you.
Wonderful, wonderful. And thank you, Amy. We're going to go next to the next two are system stories. So I'm going to bring my colleagues, and it gives me a chance to shout out the people who help Beyond the Badge run month after month after month. Ty Hampton's going to read the next one, and Alyssa G. and Andrew is going to do our final one. We're going to have Ty read a story for digital and technology partners Frank Cuff. Frank was recognized by the DTP leadership. So Ty, let's hear this story. Oh, you're on mute.
Happy Friday, everyone. And thank you for joining Beyond the Badge, of course. Steve, thank you. And congratulations to you, Frank. Whether responding to complex technical challenges or stepping forward during our most demanding operational events, IT manager Frank Coffey consistently demonstrates an extraordinary willingness to serve wherever he is needed most. Throughout every major emergency impacting DTP, Frank has been a dependable and reassuring presence, helping ensure that our teams and our technology continue to support patient care when it matters most. Frank combines deep knowledge with practical problem solving, allowing him to navigate complex situations with confidence while earning the trust and respect to colleagues across the organization. One of Frank's most remarkable qualities is his sense of humor. Even during high pressure situations, he has a unique ability to ease tension, lift spirits, and remind everyone that we can tackle even the toughest challenges together. His positive attitude is contagious and contributes greatly to the culture of our organization. We are fortunate to have him on our team, and his recognition is richly deserved.
Thank you so much, Ty. And I got to tell you, Frank, I think the original write-up was maybe this long on paper. They're so proud to highlight some of those challenges that you've overcome. It was clear that this is where you thrive in helping people and teams thrive through emergencies and through challenges. And I wonder if you could speak to, is there some excitement in that for you? What gets you excited about tackling some of the hardest challenges that you face in DTP?
Sure. And, all these challenges are faced not by one individual, but by others, right? So teamwork, right? And it's easier to face those problems together as opposed to saying, oh, I'll grab this and just drag it across the line. So having that power in the teamwork and then for everybody to come together to achieve that goal and to do it in a calm way, just I think benefits everybody across the board, especially when it's high stress.
Yeah. If I can ask a follow-up, they really highlight your levity. Do you aim to do that? Bring some levity to the challenge that helps people feel confident to overcome it?
It's, you know what, it also helps you read the people that you're working with. I've dealt with a lot of live and high stress events, and having a little bit of levity and people being more upbeat about things, you see where the dips are faster. Then you can understand whether it's something that's facing them that day or a challenge at home. things outside of the work environment. So it just allows you a little more insight upon how they are.
Wonderful. Thanks so much, Frank. Glad we got to share this story. Thank you for tackling those challenges backstage to keep everyone in the
Steve, thank
system
you.
up and running so effectively. Appreciate you and everyone in the GTP team.
Thank you, Frank.
Okay. Thank you, Ty. Now, Ty's going to get backstage and get ready with, remember, we're going to end with Cornelia Sublet's song here at the end. So she's going to cue that up, but we got one more story to share before that. Let's go to Ralph Joseph. This is in our clinical command center. Alyssa G and Andrea, again, someone who has been the heart of Beyond the Badge since its inception. Alyssa always does such passionate work around this program and celebrating. So I'm glad you get a chance to read a story. Ralph, welcome. You're our big finale, Ralph. Here we go.
Pleasure
Let's
to
hear the
meet you all.
story.
Happy
Yes.
Friday, everybody.
Happy Friday.
Congratulations, Ralph, our grand finale, and congratulations to all honorees this episode. All right, patient transfer agent Ralph Joseph plays an important role in helping patients receive timely and coordinated care. Ralph helps keep communication flowing smoothly across the health system, and his ability to stay calm, organized, and efficient during high-pressure situations supports both patient safety and team success. Ralph reflects Mount Sinai's core value of safety by ensuring urgent cases are prioritized appropriately and handled with care and attention to detail. Ralph also exhibits agility and teamwork by adapting quickly to changing situations and working closely with nurses, EMS teams, and multiple departments to keep transfers and communication running smoothly. Through his commitment, reliability, and patient-centered mindset, Ralph Joseph helps support Mount Sinai's mission and the overall success and efficiency of the Clinical Command Center.
Thanks so much, Alyssa. So, Ralph, I got to share your team and your leadership wanted to highlight how you bring this passion and dedication into your work, but it's who you are as a person. So they said, even in his personal life, the passion and dedication you bring to your 2-year-old daughter, they highlighted, and they highlighted your love for the Knicks. So congratulations on the Knicks. They actually said Knicks before daughter. So I'm assuming you would put a daughter first over Knicks.
I'm
but
gonna put my daughter first. Yes,
you
definitely.
better. But they really wanted to highlight this is who you are. You bring passion and dedication into every aspect of your life. And I wonder if you could speak to that. How would you describe this passion and dedication you bring into the care that you bring into your work?
Definitely. First and foremost, though, this is a humbling experience for myself. I've never been recognized as something like this before, so I'd like to thank my team, as far as like the clinical command center agents here, my supervisors for being supportive behind me every 100% of the way every day, and the leadership team too. It's just been flowing seamlessly and makes the job very easy. I know it's not easy, but they make it easy and make it really a pleasure to work here with the team. As far as like passion and dedication, it's pretty easy. It's pretty self-driven goals for, taking care of my child and, make sure I'm always there. But then I always see it as, patients are the same and nurses are the same, EMS teams are the same. So treat everybody with respect and, it's going to make life that much easier.
Yeah, and when you have that personal mission statement and purpose statement for yourself that drives you every day, you see the same excellent, consistent results of excellent work every day. So I'm glad you were able to share how you view the role that drives a consistent response of excellence or results that you're getting.
Definitely.
Hear. And definitely our theme of the day, people shouting out the teams that they work with and recognizing that we don't do this alone, that what it means to have a great team around you and appreciating that. Thank you for highlighting that as well, Ralph.
Thank you, guys.
Wonderful. Best to you and your daughter. Have a great rest of your summer, too. And I'm going to go back. I guess we didn't get Dr. Smirlis here. Was with a case, was maybe still in surgery. But Lena Jojo and Dr. Smirlis were recognized at South Nassau. We want to appreciate them. They were really focused on the attentive, compassionate, responsive, and consistent professionalism they experienced. And the patient also highlighted genuine human kindness. When we got to those patient letters, that kept being consistent, genuine, being a genuine person. So keep being yourselves out there, everyone. It matters. Just be yourself, be who you are, truly care, just be genuine in your care for others. And you're seeing the impact that has. So a shout out to that team out there at South Nassau. Thank you, Olivia. I know Olivia McGregor for South Nassau is going to continue to say thank you locally to that pair. That is our episode for the day. We're right on time, but stick around. Ty, I'm ready for it. Let's celebrate Cornelius Sublet. Hear his music. You're going to go download the whole album. Cowboy Corey is the album on Apple Music. Let's hear this one to take us out as our promo for our final episode. Here we go. just a sample of the talent, both combined music talent and nursing talent of Cornelia Sublette. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for attending another wonderful episode. Cornelius, you want to send us out? You want to give a final message? Say goodbye?
Have a nice day, guys, and don't talk to strangers.
Excellent advice. All right, everyone, have a great Friday and rest of your summer. We'll see you next time on September 4th. Take care.